So I want to talk about hurricane straps, and I had an appointment recently that I went to earlier today. It's an older woman, definitely later in her life. Eventually her plan is to give her home to her kids. Now she needs a new roof, and I mentioned as I looked in the attic that the hurricane strapping, or basically what holds her roof in place, is installed to an old system. It's called toenailing, where basically we have the rafter that sits, or that we have the trusses that sits on the CBS block, and it's literally just being held by a couple nails in each direction. That's called a toenail. The next step up would be clips, and then after that we have a single strap and a double strap. I spoke to the lady and I said, hey, look, you're gonna make a large investment. For this roof, we're easily talking $40,000 for tile. I said, you're gonna make a large investment. Now is the time to get your straps installed. Now what it does is it provides you with security during storms that your roof is not gonna be torn off. In this lady's case, she also self-insures, she owns the home outright, and she does not have windstorm coverage. So the conversation I tried to have was, God forbid you get hit with a hurricane, you get major roof damage to where the roof is torn off. Not only are you losing that $40,000 investment, but you're also getting a lot of water damage inside your house that you don't have windstorm coverage. So not only is it beneficial for this person and a lot of homeowners that don't take advantage of it to install the hurricane straps, just for the headache of having to go through insurance claims. In the case that the kids don't want to keep the house and they want to sell it, the new buyer is going to see that it has a new roof. However, when they hire a home inspector, the home inspector is going to tell them they have toenails and clips in just a couple areas. And when it comes to insuring that home that these people are buying, their rates are going to be higher. Now, those people have more power on their side to negotiate a lower price. So even though, and I understand this lady's point where she's like, hey, when I'm gone, it's not my problem. At the same time, in my opinion, you're not making a wise investment in regards to, hey, how do I set this house up for success in the future? I'm already investing this money. In her case, we're probably looking at like $3,500. If you ask me to pay $3,500 to secure $40,000, I think that's a no-brainer at the end of the day, knowing that I don't have windstorm insurance. A lot of homeowners don't really understand the benefit of that. When a hurricane enters somebody's home, typically through a window, door, and opening, the outside pressure doesn't equalize with the inside pressure, and that's where the roof gets torn off. This happened during Hurricane Andrew, where houses just had the roof torn off. My house had the roof torn off. We had toenails. This was way before Florida building code was even a thing. So the state of Florida actually came up with an affidavit that homeowners can actually opt out of installing hurricane straps on their home. This gives people the ability to save money. However, when it comes to like best interest of the consumer, people that really don't understand the importance of the straps are not being, educated on that. A lot of roofers, in order to change the straps, you actually have to be a licensed general contractor. So a lot of roofers actually don't offer that because they don't have the licensing for it. And then on top of that, insurance costs continue to rise because homes weren't built to the proper standard. You have all these issues that can be easily resolved. Yes, it increased the cost, but my question would be, would that lower costs, would that lower damage when a hurricane does roll around? Would that decrease the amount of insurance companies? Well, we won't get into insurance companies because I have my own thought about them. But a lot of insurance companies ended up leaving the state and end up leaving the state because we have so many issues that we're not addressing. In my opinion, this is the homeowners cleaning their side of the street saying, hey, insurance companies, we did everything we could to protect our house. Unfortunately, it was damaged in a storm. I think it just creates a better environment for all of us. Our houses are less damaged during storms. We're saving on insurance premiums. I think it's far underutilized, where there should be more enforcement in regards to requiring homeowners, when they are replacing the roof, they should have to replace the straps or upgrade the straps just to prevent all these issues in the future. Those are my thoughts.